Welcome back. As remote learning gets underway this school year, many parents are wondering how well their technology will hold up as students learn from home. Tech consultant and host of the podcast Think About This, Shelly Palmer, joining us live right now. Shelly, always good to see you.
Good morning.
So many parents across our area, Shelly, are right now setting up basically schools inside their homes, and probably the number one thing they're looking to do is speed up the internet in their home. So how can they do that?
Well, speeding up the internet basically is a simple call to your internet provider, but in many cases you already have the fastest internet and you feel like your computers aren't fast enough. That's generally because your computers aren't specified right. Look, going back to school online is going to be tough for everybody, so any connected device is going to be better than no connected device. But if you're buying something new for school and you have a choice between a tablet or a PC, the choice is pretty clear, a PC. And if you have a choice between a Chromebook and a laptop, either will do. But I'd like to tell you a little bit about the specifications you need to look for to make sure they feel fastest and actually are easiest to use. So if you're looking at a computer, you want the most amount of RAM possible that you can afford, no matter that's RAM, random access memory. It sounds like a spec. Don't let your eyes glaze over. Most inexpensive computers will do, but if you have a choice between a higher number central processing unit or CPU like an i7 or an i9, or 32 gigabytes of RAM or 16 gigabytes of RAM, a lot of RAM, choose the RAM. The computer will feel faster. And the next trick is, if you have a choice between an inexpensive graphics card and a little more expensive graphics card, the better and more powerful the graphics card in the computer is, the faster you're going to think the computer works, because it will paint the screen faster. And so while you're thinking, I've already got fast internet, why does this computer feel slow? First is probably the graphics card. Second is the amount of RAM in the computer. So again, going back to school, anything that you can connect to the internet will do. But if you're looking for specifications on a new computer for a child, get the ruggedest computer you can. Plastic cases are not as good as metal cases because kids tend to throw things off of desks by accident or throw them in their backpacks very roughly. And secondly, the most amount of RAM. And thirdly, the best graphics card. That's going to give you the best value for your dollars on your back-to-school computer.
Shelly, I think you just coined a new phrase, ruggedist. I'm not actually sure it's a word, but I like it, and I'm going with it.
You need it, too, because we don't think about these plastic computers. They're super cheap, and all of a sudden the case cracks, and then, or the bends, and then all of a sudden the screen doesn't work, right? The metal cases are stronger, and there's nothing in the world more devastating to a computer than a grade schooler.
We're talking about an age-old debate right now, the whole Windows laptop versus Chromebook. A lot of parents are dealing with this right now. What advice can you give on that?
I think both will do for school now, because absolutely all of the educational programs are available on Chromebooks. The only thing you have to do with a Chromebook versus a laptop is make sure that it takes external storage. External storage is very cheap, but traditionally Chromebooks have only a small amount of internal storage, which is why they are generally so much cheaper. I wouldn't think twice about it. Just make sure that it takes external memory. Like I said, that stuff is very cheap. Comes from anybody, SanDisk, Samsung, doesn't matter the manufacturer. Just be able to have enough storage so that if you have a lot of school papers or science projects or graphics projects, you have a place to store them. Other than that, you're in the cloud for both. Shouldn't be a problem.
Shelly Palmer, thanks so much. Great advice there for so many parents who are dealing with this as we speak. So we appreciate your expertise.
All righty, you take care.
See you soon.